LoreWarrior Online The Hellfire. Overview. Following the development of the heavy laser, clan Star Adder warriors and scientists chose to revive the Lupus, a second-line battlemech that had long been since dismissed by most clans, and it was chosen to serve as the testbed for these new weapon systems. The testing process went far better than anyone expected, and the lasers were rushed into production. More than that, many ranking Star Adder warriors were impressed with the Lupus's performance. With his clan's Taumen still under strength following their absorption of Clan Birok, Khan, Cassius and Buta ordered his scientists to immediately begin refitting scores of these mechs, rechristened Hellfire, that were mothballed in his clan's brine caches. Capabilities. The array of heavy lasers, combined with the paired extended range lasers, give the Hellfire withering firepower at medium and short range. The 3 long-range missile packs, not present in the prototype models, were added in the final refit to compensate for the short range and relative inaccuracy of the heavy lasers. The original Lupus was a fast mech, topping out at a maximum speed of 86 kph. The baseline Hellfire, on the other hand, is powered by the smaller 240 rating fusion engine. It's only capable of sustaining a maximum speed of 65 kph. And though this may seem to be a disadvantage, the Hellfire is a mech that is assigned predominantly to shock and defensive missions, roles that require more firepower than they do speed. The Hellfire does however mount a mask system that can give it quick bursts of speed should it need it to close or to retreat from the enemy. Unfortunately, the Hellfire has proven to be susceptible to some significant problems. In addition to the sensor interference caused by the use of heavy lasers and the poor shielding, a number of battlefield reports indicate that in the heat of battle, the heavy laser tubes can rupture with catastrophic results. Also, the rate of mask failure in the Hellfire is 15% greater than the baseline, though whether that's due to the new weapon systems or just the age of the mech is in question and is still undetermined. Deployment. Since its debut in 3058, scores of these mechs have been refitted and returned to service, where they operate in each of the Star Adder's second-line galaxies. Originally, only Star Adder would deploy the Hellfire in any significant number. Star Adder also began to refit them for Cloud Cobra in late 3059. Quite a few Hellfires have fallen into the hands of other clans, and Star Adder still fielding the most of them, however. Variants. In his recent assaults on York, Galaxy Commander Stanislav N. Buta included a number of upgraded Hellfires in his newly constituted Beta Galaxy. Powered by a 300XL fusion engine, it trades the LRMs for a pair of ATM-6 launchers, downgrading the paired heavy smalls to a single ER small, and adds a heatsink. The resulting boost in speed and firepower proved both surprising and overwhelming to warriors of Clan Bloodspirit, and those that survived have quickly learned that their complacency while they work as bondsmen on the very mechs that defeated them. So, back with the Hellfire from, I can't remember when this was added to MWO, but this is a mech that has a mass of 60 tons. Its chassis is the Starleague XT, in line with it being a Lupus. Power plant is a 240 standard, giving it a cruise speed of 43 kph and a max speed of 65 kph, though that does go to 86 with mask, with no jump jets. Its armour is Mark 6 ferrofibrous with case, and armament as standard is a Series 4D-2 Heavy Large, 3 Longbow 3 LRM-10 launchers, 2 Series 7JA ER medium lasers, 2 Series 6A heavy medium lasers, and 2 Series 14K 2 heavy small lasers. Manufactured by Arcadia Battlemech Plant CMT-4. Communications system is the Hector CC-22E, and targeting and tracking system is the Brim CT-37 Mark 12. And you may have heard Treacle in the background meowing. So yeah, this is a mech that stat-wise has a walk of 4 and run of 6, though that goes to 8 with the mask active, and it has an odd number of heat sinks. It has 17, which rounds up to being a heat dissipation of 34. The armour is 9 on the head, 24 on the CT, 10 on the rear, 20 on the side torsos with 7 on the rear, and then 19 on the arms and on the legs. Artwork-wise, we're looking at the right arm carrying 1 heavy medium laser alongside a ER medium. A heavy small also is in the right arm, which as you can see is a little bit underneath there. This is mirrored, I believe, on the other side. A heavy medium on the left arm, ER medium, and a heavy small on the left arm. 2 LRM-10s are in the right torso with 24 shots of ammunition. A heavy large laser is in the left torso, the big gun there, and the final LRM-10 is just underneath it on the left torso, and finally mask is located in the CT. Now, I don't dislike this artwork. It's not bad. It's one of those cases, again, where it looks a bit squat. Like, you'd wonder how it would run across the battlefield. It would look a bit weird. And I think hats off to the PGI group, the artists and modelers for that, who made a nice update, I think, of the Hellfire originally. And it definitely made a bit more sense of the chaos that's going on in some parts of the art, but it's good. It's a nice mech. I mean, for 60 ton, it's got a hell of a lot of firepower and pretty decent speed. Obviously, sacrifices a little bit in the armor department, but overall, yeah, not bad mech. Capable of engaging all ranges. It's generally a bit of an all-rounder that's just got a pretty potentially heavy punch to it, especially if you get lucky with the hit rolls. But I guess you can say that about any mech. Well, almost any mech. I don't think an R-Scout can ever really hit hard. But yeah, it's the big chunky feet is, I suppose, one of the things that really stand out to you when you see the artwork. But as far as a mech to use, again, second line, so it's not going to be something that obviously is encountered frontline very often against the likes of the Cloud Cobra or Star Adder or anything, or any of the other clans. I do like the fact that they put in that most other clans do have access to this now, rather than it being, just one of those things where you just like, oh, I want to use a Hellfire, but I can't really use the Star Adders. So you could, yes, have it as a garrison mech that might be part of like the Hell's Horses space, or Steel Viper, or that kind of thing, or having it knocking around in like Jade Falcon, any of the big fours kind of locations, that kind of thing. So yeah, it works there. It came out in 3058 as well, so you can probably bring it in like the early 3060s if you're in that kind of setting, and yeah, say that it's been, a few of them have been sort of traded by Diamond Shark, that kind of stuff. Yeah, but nasty mech for a bunch of Inner pilots to come up against, for sure. But a bit stocky, and that move of 8 with mask is pretty useful. So yeah, definitely one of those ones that you want to keep at range, because the triple LRM-10s firing at you is much more palatable than all the lasers, that's for sure. I do remember it's one of those mechs for me, talking about it from playing a computer game perspective. It's one of those ones that definitely struggles for me, because it's just got so many weapon systems. You could have like octopus-like hands to press all the weapon keys, because you don't want to fire them all at the same time. Because you'll definitely overheat in about 3.5 seconds flat. On tabletop, though, it's brilliant, because it gives you lots of different options in the middle of a fight. If you need to cool off, you can just use the ER mediums, for instance. Firing the LRM-10s on the way in, you can, sparingly throw in like the heavy large and stuff. When you think you've got a good chance of a hit, you're going to throw that in, maybe that and one of the heavy mediums, if you're trying to run under heat. So it's got some options. It's nice. It's a pretty nasty mech. As I said, for its tonnage, so yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. But yeah, we've gone back. We've gone around all the way back to the Hellfire, and had a bit of a natter about it. So yeah, that was that one. So thanks for listening as always, and hope you have a good week, good day, wherever you are, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.